What's your truth bullets? Let's go shoot some. Let's go shoot some kids with our truth bullets. Normal nameplates. All right, she's gonna say something stupid.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
Wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Dummy. Idiot. Come on.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Yes.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
I found that immediately when I got
As a
there.
result,
Come on.
the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Yeah, who's the only person who could have switched the nameplates? I wonder. I could not. Sayaka. Makoto, you just
Me and
gotta.
Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
You just gotta know that she's doing
so
it.
The only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
I see that darkening in your face.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Things are starting to become more clear on what's happening here, and you are just not believing it.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Who knows? I
She wanted
do.
someone to come to the room she was in.
I'm pretty sure a lot of
and
people know.
also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand
I
that,
wonder.
we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably...
A lot of reactions are pretty suspicious, don't you guys think?
whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Thank you.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yes.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Yes.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Glitter. It has how it was broken in the face, blah, 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 the wrist. Like for the like I'm making it seem like it's all obvious, but I still got one wrong.
Look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen.
I still had one
There's
wrong.
something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is.
How do we take these pictures?
Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
Yeah, because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see.
You got that right.
And so the truth draws ever closer.
It doesn't.
All right.
Nothing
Then it's
changed.
about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? Well, it's Sayaka's death that we need to make clear. Bit more to learn about non-stop. Alright, there's a lot to learn from non-stop debates, I see. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press Q to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press Q and release to cycle through each bullet. Oh, or you can just use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the larger difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes, this time larger difficulty is set to mean. Oh. Good luck and have fun. That's... why? Why is it set to mean? That's... Alright, there's 3 of them. Replica sword, kitchen knife, replica sword. Oh, sheath, and then... okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back.
Okay.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Yes.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Damn it. This person, the sword really did attack the first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting
So it's a
broke
sheath.
out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Okay, it is this one. Like, I stopped there for a second, but I doubted myself. But it is definitely that one. Break!
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because there's cut marks.
Because the sword sheath
and
had been
scratched.
scratched.
Yeah.
See? There's a gash in it.
Yeah, can't you
Like
guys see that
someone cut
gash
into
right
it with
there?
something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going
I
on.
mean, like,
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
the sword was actually used to defend someone. That was the
If you were
culprit.
going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yes.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Yes.
Okay, so how did the sheath get
It was used to
damaged?
defend the person, the
If
culprit.
they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Yes.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
Yes.
So you're saying
Thank you.
the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yes, we're getting this right. We're on the right track.
The kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Alright, tell us.
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No,
So
I
she
don't know about
grabbed
that.
the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't think Sayaka used the sword
I
to
don't
defend herself.
think that was it.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain
Yeah.
part of her body that makes this
Since
clear.
the replica sword has glitter everywhere, and every time you touch it, it'd leave glitter there. Her hands are clean. Her hands were clean except for like her finger when she was making that dying message. Her palms. There it is.
You're talking about her palms, right?
Yeah. They're fine.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Yeah.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off.
Oh, this is gonna be a
All you
long
have to do
part.
is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Yes. Alright.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Why would you do that?
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Okay.
No,
That's
not it at
no.
all.
Why is everyone being an idiot? There's no way Sayaka washed the gold clothing off her hands. Certain regulation talks about the water. Water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's
1:30.
time of death
It
was
was
around
nighttime. Water's
1:30
turned
a.m.
off.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
It's been 4 days.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a
I
compliment.
guess if you didn't feel safe, you wouldn't really want to take a shower because,
Insult, obviously.
you know, it's very, I don't, what's the word?
So anyway, if Sayaka never
Vulnerable.
touched the sword, then that means
You're very vulnerable when you're taking a shower.
the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
It's Sayaka.
I got it!
She's the one that attacked first.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The kitchen.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used.
Alright,
as an
so what do
impromptu
you,
defense.
what does that all mean, folks? Everyone say it together.
And the one who attacked first was...
Everyone say it together.
Sayaka?
Thank you. It was just naive, but thank you. Sayaka attacked
Now
first.
do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Yes. All of her acts so far have been pretty sketch.
She took the knife from the kitchen,
Yeah, that.
then invited the culprit to the room she was staying
Yes.
in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
It all
Which
makes
brings
clear.
up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
It all makes
Maybe
sense
The
now.
reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility.
That is absolutely a possibility, Celeste.
Sayaka wanted to... on
Yeah.
me?
Not so. Oh my god.
That would also
Sad.
explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Yes.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Why?
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
But they wouldn't.
I don't know. I'm not sure
Yeah.
our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Yes.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of
He
us,
was-
she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate
You got
pop
played.
sensation.
You got played, Nagi. You got
A
played.
totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
She was gonna be the blackened.
Holy shit!
Hell yeah.
But in the
But
end,
things went
her
wrong.
plan
It
backfired.
got backfired.
She
She got
launched her attack
wrecked.
with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop
She
the
was
knife.
planning all of this. All
The
of this.
tables were suddenly
God damn.
turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold
She
on.
got
That can't be
wrecked. Nagi, you gotta face the facts here.
Because...
Because what?
Hey, hey!
I'm your.
You guys have totally derailed the argument.
I'm the one that's playing you, and I'm already
You're
against you.
being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
You wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing we're still doing.
Right now, you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Yeah, you gotta
If we
just
can't
do it,
uncover who
man.
murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Really all over. Obviously, I'm committing to figure out. Alright, I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. There is the dying message. The thing that fucking brings it all together. The dying message. There it is. Let's fucking point fingers at who did it. Let's see who actually did it.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
This one.
No, that's wrong.
This one's the last clue. And it so happens to be the one that tells us who the culprit is.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dying message.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Yeah, didn't you see it?
11037.
Yeah, 11.
Written in her own blood.
037.
Well,
I don't even need to see. I don't even need to know this.
I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I mean, if anyone wanted to actually, like, left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
I mean, if someone wanted to, like, frame her on...
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Unless she was already dead and someone used... No, that would have been weird.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
She made some very good numbers with her left hand. If unless she is left-handed, then...
But still...
I guess it... No, whatever. It doesn't make any difference.
What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Hero. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right?
Oh, we went through this already.
You know all about numbers and shit.
Yeah, we already went through this. We asked her already. She didn't do anything.
That's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
I like how she stopped herself. That was great. Yes, I'm a programmer, but that doesn't mean shit. They're not numbers.
Oh,
They're not numbers.
yeah, it
Kyoko's
looks
got it.
like-
I got it.
Huh? What?
As soon as I saw it, I got it.
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Yes.
Ah, you're right.
And if you could
The
just...
connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at
there.
it now, you could also
It's
read
an
it as
N. And you know what that spells? Do you know what that says? It spells Noel.
You might have finally
smells
just
Noel.
said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are
Spells Noel.
really getting excited now.
It's Noel that did it.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It does. It makes perfect sense. You don't know. Come on, Nike.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Just right off the bat, like, fucking, I'm done with this. Just rotate it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
It's Noel. Nah, it's fucking. Alright. It's time to blame It's time to play blame. Time to
Here's my answer.
fucking shots fired at Leon. There it is.
Key to solving
Name
this
dropped.
mystery was simply to
Name
rotate
dropped
the
finally.
writing
It's
180
Leon.
degrees.
Leon
If you turn the
Kuwata.
message around, it becomes the letters
Leon Kuwata.
L-E-O-N.
He did it.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What?
There it is.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, sure.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Nope.
No, it's not random
Why
at
would
all.
they? Yeah. He did it. He did it.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Unless you're aware that it's being
That sounds
inverted.
like one hell of a stretch to me.
And you just correct it yourself.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
You're the killer.
If
I said
you're
it.
not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Yeah, why'd you do it?
You know what I'm talking about, right,
Yeah,
Makoto?
there is
The
evidence.
evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah, you know, from the trash. I wonder. Oh yeah, the crystal ball. Come on, I'm ready. I'm ready to just wreck him in just facts and clues.
The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the
He
incinerator,
threw
right?
that in the incinerator, and you know how he did that? He threw the crystal ball. He threw the crystal ball. Cause the gate, it was locked. He threw it. He opened it. He threw the fucking lock. He threw the shirt in there. There it is.
But one piece burned off.
And you know how he did that?
Left behind.
I'll let the game tell you.
And the killer didn't notice.
I'm sure you can already
If they had, they
tell.
most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah, Leon. That's right. Be scared.
But is
You got
one
God. You got
slab
God.
of fabric enough
Take
to
the L.
conclude that
Take the L,
is
Leon.
guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's
Yeah, I was
not
just
the
listening to
only
all
one
this.
wearing a white
Just
dress.
listening to them talk. But now I'm just like on it. I'm just on it. I just want to be keep quiet until this point.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
Yeah. You and your, what is that? I don't.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough.
Why do you have
But
that
there
pin
are
on
some
your
other points
shirt?
that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right
Yes,
Yeah,
it's really there.
I think so.
We could just say it. You don't. Alright. The burnt remains of the shirt the killer is able to get rid of. Something about it we need to pay attention to in order for. Oh, how it was disposed of. How it was.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch
Dude, he's
to turn
scared.
it on either.
He's scared.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Too late, man. You're done. You're done, Zoe.
Interesting.
That's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one. Oh, lady, to prove the real. All right, Leon. What do you got for me? I'll tell you why you're wrong. Tell me your reasoning. I'll tell you why it's wrong, anyways. Shattered crystal ball. There it is. That's why there's a shattered crystal ball there to begin with.
The trash room.
Bring it on.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And
Why-
you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
In order to destroy
This.
the...
No, that's wrong.
See you later, Leon. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash
They
room.
threw it in there.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator.
I'm being
could
really
you?
mean to Leon right now. But to be
Yes,
honest,
you could. If you used this.
he... Alright,
What
I'll
is
just
it,
let,
some
I'll,
kind of
I'll
glass
just wait
ball?
until it gets
Busted
brought
to
up.
hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Throwing it. Throw it.
I got it.
Divine with it, yeah.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through
It was
a
like
gap in
30
the
feet
gate.
across though, right? That's pretty, that's
All they had to
an
do was hit
amazing
that
throw.
switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Amazing throw. 30 feet away.
That sword.
Yeah, through a gap in the gate, 30 feet away.
Remember what you said
One
before,
small button.
Hifumi?
Ah, the incinerator is already open. It's already on. Very strange. Yep. Perhaps it was work with Fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Yes.
Once they got in the incinerator
I might
going,
need to break this into
all
two
they
parts.
had to do was ball up
Jeez.
the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
You know.
All you
You
have
being,
to do is look at the
uh,
scene to know that the killer
blackened.
never actually went inside the trash room.
You being the murderer, that's what it
Shards
is.
of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
I love when this
Killer
all comes
had been on
together.
cleaning duty. The evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
Holding.
But the distance from the gate to the
I'm holding.
incinerator has to be at least 30
Yeah,
feet,
30
right?
feet.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Yeah, you know who would do that? The ultimate baseball player.
Do that?
The super high school level baseball
right.
player.
There's no way. It'd be impossible.
You are the fucking legend of a Blade baseball player.
Absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star. He's it.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star.
He can throw that no problem.
Leon?
Yeah, Leon.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
It sounds pretty fucking real to me. Who else would be able to do that?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge.
Little
for the
challenge.
ultimate baseball
Celeste is right.
You can't be serious.
It makes sense. Come on, Leon. No one else could have gone to except for you, and why would there be a crystal ball there if you could just open it?
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling
Come on,
you.
Leon.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto.
Now
go
you tell
ahead and
them.
review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
This is another part I don't like.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.